Today we're going to be doing metric and customary conversions involving more than one step. So our problem today is 16 pints equals how many gallons? So looking at my reference chart, you'll notice that I have pints, 2 pints equals 1 quart, or 1 pint equals 2 cups. I don't have a conversion for pints into gallons. So what I do have is pints into quarts, and then quarts into gallons. So I'm going to have to do 2 steps in order to solve this problem. I'm going to convert my pints into quarts and then my quarts into gallons. So I need to write down my conversion between quarts and pints. So 1 quart equals 2 pints. And then I need to make an equivalent fraction out of what I'm given. So I'm given the 16 pints. So now I have a fraction, 2 over 16, and I need to create an equivalent fraction for quarts. So I always have my students draw an arrow from what they're given to what they're missing. So we're given 16 and we're missing quarts. We have 16 pints, we're missing quarts. So we need to do the same thing up top. And then I ask my students, so if I'm going from 2 pints to 1 quart, my number is getting smaller. When numbers become smaller, that means we are dividing. So we're going to need to divide our top and our bottom by the same number. So to get from 2 to 1, I need to divide 2 by 2 to get 1. So whatever I do to my top, I have to do to my bottom. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 16 pints is equal to 8 quarts. So now that I have my quarts, looking back at my reference sheet, I can convert my quarts into gallons. So I need to write down 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. And then I need to write down what I was given. So it was 16 pints, but we converted it into 8 quarts. And then I'm going to draw an arrow from what I'm given to what I'm missing. So I was given quarts and I'm missing gallons. So I need to turn this into a fraction. So to get from 4 to 1, my number is getting smaller, so that means I'm dividing. To get from 4 to 1, I need to divide 4 by 4, which gives me 1. Whatever I do to the top, I also have to do to the bottom. So 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. So 2 gallons is going to equal 16 pints. So I want to do that with a metric equation as well. We're going to do 4 kilometers is how many centimeters. So looking at my reference chart, I am given centimeters equals meters and centimeters equals millimeters. I am not given centimeters equals kilometers. So I am given centimeters to meters and then meters to kilometers. So because I'm given kilometers, I'm going to start with kilometers, convert into meters, then take those meters and convert into centimeters. So we need to write down our conversion between kilometers and meters. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. I'm going to turn those into fractions, and I'm given 4 kilometers. So I'm going to draw an arrow from what I'm given to what I'm missing. Same up top. I'm given kilometers, I'm missing meters. So to go from 1 kilometer to 1,000 meters, my number is getting bigger. So I'm going to be multiplying this time. So to get from 1 to 1,000, I need to multiply by 1,000. Whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. So 4 times 1,000 is 4,000 meters. So now that I have meters, and look back at my reference chart, now that I have meters, I can convert into centimeters. So I'm now going to be using this conversion, 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. We'll turn those into fractions. And then I'm going to pull my 4,000 meters That's what I was given. Given meters, well, I converted meters, and now I'm looking for centimeters. So to get from meters to centimeters, my number is getting bigger, so I'm going to multiply. To get from 1 to 100, I'm going to multiply by 100. So 4,000 times 100, that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to give me a total of 400,000 centimeters. It's a lot of centimeters. All right, let's do one more. Let's do a customary length equation. Let's do 4 yards is how many inches? So I'm looking for inches, but I'm given yards. So if I look at my reference sheet, I have 1 yard equals 3 inches and 1,760 yards equals 1 mile. Well, I don't have anything that converts directly from yards into inches. What I do have is I can convert my yards into feet, then I can take those feet and convert them into inches. So because I'm given yards, I need to start with my conversion of 1 yard equals 3 feet. Turn these into fractions and put my yards over my yards. Then I'm going to draw an arrow from what I'm given to what I'm missing. So to go from 1 yard to 3 feet, my numbers are getting bigger. So I'm going to multiply. To get from 1 to 3, I need to multiply 1 times 3. I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. 4 times 3 is 12 feet. After I have feet, I can now look back at my reference chart. I'm going to convert now feet into inches. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. So I'm going to take what I was given, turn these into fractions. 12 feet. I'm going to draw an arrow from what I was given to what I'm missing. So to go from 1 foot to 12 inches, 1 to 12, my number's getting bigger, so I'm going to multiply by 12. Whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. 12 times 12 is 144. Convert my measurement. So 4 yards is going to equal 144 inches.